Thank you so much. Do I click this here or? Use my glasses. Just make sure. What's that?
If I say pass it,
Great. You guys go first. Do you want us to go first?
You guys can take it away, and then what we'll do is we'll do a presentation for you guys of the bar keys that we have for you, which is the very first time that we're ever doing this in the city of Delray Beach. We're very excited to do it. We've been waiting for a very long period of time to do it. So if you want to kind of give everybody the ideas as to what you guys have been up to, and then we'll make our comments and hopefully get a picture or two.
Awesome.
All right, sounds great.
So yeah, as everybody knows, COVID hit like around it's around St. Patrick's Day. And I think that following weekend, Ian gave me a call, and I'm going to let Ian take it from here because he kind of got this whole ball rolling. So go ahead, Ian.
Like many of us, I spend a little too much time on Facebook sometimes. So as this happened, and as I saw what was going on, and restaurants shutting and doors shutting, it's, you know, to me, it's what makes Delray so great. And became friends with John through some stuff that we've done together in Delray, through kids that are similar age, and he was just the perfect person to call at the right time because I see him, he knows every restaurant, he knows all the good places to eat, he knows all the mom and pops, and I was sitting outside, gave him a ring and said, what do you think about this? And before you knew it, a couple hours later, we've got a name, we've got a website, neither of us done any of this, a Facebook page, and then we're talking to people who are in the business, and should we do a group, should we do a page? And it feels like 3 lives ago, but here we are, and hopefully we're progressing through this, and hopefully we've had an impact on saving some of the restaurants we love, and then at the same time, you know, we're able to help with the food drive at Trinity, which was an exciting thing to team up with them and help raise some money for all those that were out of work in the business, and it was just an awesome collaboration between everybody who jumped in behind us to help these restaurants, and then the city with delivering food to Trinity, and then it's what it's all about. And excited and grateful that made that call that day, and we were able to do what we did. So thanks for having us.
So the idea I had was pretty simple. I'm a 30-year restaurant guy, and I always knew that I liked working catering events a lot more than opening up the restaurant because I knew exactly how much food I had to serve. I knew exactly how much food I had to order, how much liquor, how much beer. I knew everything up front. So I saw these restaurants going around, everybody was shotgunning their own ideas. Everybody was trying to get social. So many of our mom and pops locally don't do social. And so they had to go through a boot camp, and they had to learn really quickly how to do social media. And what we found out is as we were creating these group pages, we kind of became a hub. So instead of everybody doing their own social media, they were doing their social media through us. So we were able to get more bodies, more eyeballs, so it kind of compounded. It's almost like compound interest. As people started posting with us, people go, who's that restaurant? Who's Caesar's Ribs? Who's Crustaceans? You know, who is Luna Rosa? I don't know about these guys. So next frame, please. So that's basically who we are now. That's Janet, indisposable, absolutely amazing, and Ann. They do all the flyers. They do a lot of the scheduling. Ann shoots a lot of the Facebook Lives. Just an amazing, amazing team. I'm just the guy in front. These guys do so much of the work that keeps the group page and the website that we have now up and running. That's the logo we have now. It's become pretty popular around town. He's got decals. One of the ways we have to pay to keep the website going. We have to pay to keep the emails going. It costs about $150, $200 a month to keep going. So we try to brand it. And I'll get into it. This has actually gone national. We'll get into that later. So this is kind of the idea. Janet was really great at just getting marketing materials out there. The hats, the decals, the logos, and so we just started to run with that. So our first one was J&J. That's me and my son there eating oysters. It wasn't the day that they were open, but J&J was the first one to come on board. So that Sunday, Ian and I were able to get about, I think, 600 people that joined the page. And I'll show you a stat on that. It's pretty incredible towards the end. So we said, let's run with it. And so J&J was doing about 5 covers, I think, at the time. and we were able to get them up to 65 covers. And I think their meals were like $50, so they had a really good night. They wound up closing anyway because they were concerned about COVID. If you know the layout of their restaurant, it's very narrow, so they wound up closing down, but they were forever thankful. And that's Gina on the left there, who also bartends at the Elks, and you go for it. So this was one of the first posts that Ian sent out. Thanks to everyone who has joined the group. It's just pretty incredible. We look at it now, you see Wayne Pasick, Delray's most amazing bartender, my wife, 89 people, 15 comments, kind of gives you an idea of the steam that we're getting going here. So one of the things we found was Facebook Lives work. You know, I follow Gary Vee a lot. I follow a lot of what's going on with social. Gary Vee is like, and even Facebook itself is all about video, 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 video. The more video you can create, people love to watch video. They'd rather watch video than read a post. That's why Instagram's popular. Instagram picked up on video. So that's me on the right doing one of my Facebook Lives from my office. And that's Windy City on the left, where we started later on after the flash mob kind of wore off. We kind of moved into Facebook Lives and found out those were great ways for restaurants to get their message out there. I think we wound up with 14,000 views for Hurricane Alley, which I know is in Boynton. But Caesar's Ribs, the long form one that we did, is over, I think, 6,000 views on YouTube, not to mention Facebook. So it's a great way for these guys to get their message out. This one, can you play this one? So this, yeah, it should be a play button. So this was Papa's Tapas. Facebook actually called us and said, what are you guys doing? And we told them. And so they actually came on, and Janet actually did a great job teaming up with them. She was taking pictures of food while it was going out. They were posting it on Facebook, and this was going nationally. So it was going all across the country. And Rosa, if you guys know the family there, they're absolutely the rock of Delray Beach. Awesome people. There's Papa serving paella. Here's me and Ian doing our favorite thing, eating and drinking. There's the food, amazing food. If you haven't tried Papa's Tapas, absolutely just an incredible, incredible restaurant down in Pineapple Grove. So that was a fun event. Met a lot of our fans there. Their lamb chops are amazing. Their desserts are amazing. They put out wonderful food. And it was a great, great event. Facebook was very happy. Everybody who was in these pictures got paid, by the way. Facebook paid everybody, what, $1,200, I believe? What was it? Oh, you didn't get paid, so you weren't good. And then the next event we did was Tim Finnegan's. So Tim Finnegan's, if you guys know, it's on the Boca Delray line. Lisa Walsh and her husband do an awesome job down there. It's a great local pub. They do awesome food. And this is the video that really knocked things out of the park. So I'll let this take it takes a little while to load, but once it gets going, I think you guys will like this.
And this at the time was just all to-go orders. No
Or online, Tim Finnegan's restaurant in Delray Beach, Florida is busy. But like most businesses, at the start of coronavirus, it was grim.
One day we had done probably about $20 in sales. And
$20, that was it?
Yeah, and it basically was like, that's it, we'll just close it out.
But the community in Delray Beach came together on social media with the Socially Distanced Supper Club, a flash mob where every day club members choose a restaurant to order from as a group. The unified effort keeping restaurants and their employees in business.
People call in, they place their order, we know how much to buy, we know what we're making for, and then from there they come at their specific time, they pick up, and it's just been phenomenal for us. I think we did 282 meals that went through the drive-thru, like this flash mob mentality.
Can I ask how old you are?
83.
83. Is this your first flash mob ever?
I guess so. You know, we see these people day in and day out for weeks at a time, and then all of a sudden you go without seeing them, and then here they are.
Just a lot of love, you know, just a lot of community spirit.
And they're also selling merchandise. A restaurant in trouble. And this warms your heart. The proceeds going to a local food bank. We never thought of a flash mob to go get food.
Well, people always ask us, do you guys dance? Like, no, we don't dance. But we turn out. We turn out.
In just over a month, the Facebook group has grown to more than 10,000 members and is expanding to supper clubs across the nation, including Atlanta and Boise, Idaho.
Beyond what you would have imagined?
20 times what we would have imagined. And you know,
Just
seeing guys work, the pride and getting back to work is what it's all about.
You're emotional.
Yeah, I'm a restaurant guy. You know, we're the last of the small businesses. We're blue-collar people. We're the skilled trade. This is that last bastion of small business. I don't want to see restaurants go away.
So to avoid traffic jams and to keep some social distancing, everybody on their order is given a specific window to show up to pick up their food. At Tim Finnegan's, we did have one sort of surprise. A lot of people who picked up their food then drove around the corner to a parking lot, opened up their trunks, got out tables and chairs, and set up to eat outside, of course, all properly spaced from the other people. Guys, it helps to have great weather here in Florida. We're here over at the Over the Bridge Cafe this morning where people have lined up, and the weather, if it cooperates, this whole idea is also coming this week to Gaithersburg, Maryland, to Chicago, and to, and to Silicon Valley. So it's an idea that's definitely spreading on social media.
So that 282 dinners, thank you. 282 dinners was our record at the time, and then we met a man by the name of Bill Caesar. And I went to school with a guy named Charlie Williams and Joe Mitchell, and when they got wind of what I was doing, they were like, you need to know about Caesar's ribs. And I asked them about it, and they basically said, you know, go check them out. So I did, immediately fell in love with Bill, and even more so with the food. And if you go to the next one, he broke the record. He did over 500 meals in one day. It was a Saturday, I think it was the third Saturday that we promoted together. And he's got an awesome product. He is an amazing individual. His church, Remy Nation, we've teamed up with them to do some charity stuff. And if you haven't had his ribs yet, you gotta treat yourself and get over them. So, real quick, I just want to show all the people. That's been the best part of all this, is meeting all these people that work. There's Beverly from Bamboo Fire. You've got the Newmans over the bridge, the two bartenders over at Crazy Uncle Mike's. It's a bartender at Delray Hideaway, and that's a server over at Lemongrass. Just amazing people that I've met. JB on the JB on the grill over there. Eddie Odom, bottom left. Novello on the top left. Rogi's Pierogies was a great story. These guys were getting ready to go out of business, and they were in a warehouse, and now their business is thriving, and they actually moved to a storefront right off of Congress, where Proper Ice Cream and In Good Taste are, and these guys are a great story. And then this is all the chefs. This is one of my favorite photos. I just kind of put a bunch of the chefs together. These are all the people that cook your food. These are all the people that when you want to go out and have a nice night out, these are the people that serve you. So that's Tara. There's Bill, Rogi's Pierogies. You got a sexy chef down there at Potions in Motion. You got Third and Third. There's Papa right in the middle, awesome individual. And Rob Skyline over at Fear and Sushi, which I didn't know about, and it's incredible sushi. His knowledge of fish and where to get fish is the best I've ever seen in Delray. He's got more contacts to get the freshest fish. He's really, these people are incredible individuals. They have great pride in their business, and this COVID has really, hit them in the kneecaps, but with everybody's community support, they've been able to survive. And we've also been able to give back. So be kind and wear yellow, Dorothy Caesar, that was her phrase. So we teamed up with Bill. He's selling t-shirts out of his restaurant. We also sell them online. We have a website called www.sdsc.com where you can buy swag there. All the proceeds from that go straight to the Remy Nation Church. They're helping to feed people. They're working with the Miami Dolphins as well. Witch's Brew on the left, we were able to do a socially distanced table event to help out the Achievement Center. And then on the right, we worked with Cruz Bogle. If you guys don't know about Cruz, Cruiser Palooza and Cruz Bogle, a young gentleman who lost the use of from the neck down. He was paralyzed in a skimboarding accident, but he paints with his mouth. And his work is just amazing, and he's an inspiring individual. So that's been one of the amazing things, is getting to meet so many incredible people in this town. So that's how we took off. So if you look on the left, from April to May, we jumped up to almost 14,000 members. And now we're on our way to 16,000. So that's how the community just embraced everything we were doing. And like Ian said, we were just kind of flying by there. It's like, does that work? It was like A/B testing. Does it work? No. Does that work? Oh, that works a little better. Okay, try this. And we just kept trying to do different stuff. And the amazing thing was the interaction that we got from the community. And if you see the bottom here, that's incredible. Out of those 15,000 members, at any given time, 8,000 of them are actually active in interacting with the site, where they're looking at posts or commenting on posts, which is pretty incredible for a group page. So we've got 65,000 members now. If you team up everybody, that's across the nation. 30 chapters in the USA. Everything from Delray to Riviera to some of the bigger ones are Newton, Connecticut, and Jackson County, Mississippi. And we just, people after the Today Show, people just came after us and said, what are you guys doing? And we just told them, here you go, take the logo, do whatever you want. We're here to help out as many restaurants as we can. So yeah, we've been able to help over 110 restaurants in the area. Everything from West Palm Beach down to Fort Lauderdale. We go there, we shoot Facebook Lives, we throw them up, and we try to get eyeballs on them. That's basically the way we work. And that's it, guys. Just want to let everybody know, if you can, buy local, or it's going to be buy local. Help your restaurants out, dine out, try to keep your money local as much as you can. And because I think we all want to keep our local retailers here. Remember, when you spend money locally, you're buying somebody dance lessons locally. You're buying somebody a pair of shoes locally. You know, that money's not going to buy somebody's vacation home. It's not going out of the state. It's not going to stand right here. And I think that's very important. I think that's one of the lessons we got out of COVID, is how important our local supply chains are and our local retailers are. So this wouldn't have happened. It hasn't happened in a lot of cities because they don't have the community spirit we have, but we do have that spirit. And that's what's amazing about living in Delray Beach. So cheers to everybody. Thank you so much. Let's keep it going because we're not out of the woods yet.
Well, I just have to say that, first of all, what you guys have done, stay up here, what you guys have done has been absolutely unbelievable, and it has been, I give you credit for why we have some of the businesses still here in town, continuing to be able to serve people, restaurant business. Thank you so much. Got some swag with you. Thank you. And I appreciate everything that you've done. I think that, after going through this whole presentation, I have to tell you, I almost feel like this isn't enough of what we're going to do today, honestly. I really do, because I really do believe that this is part of who we are, and you guys brought it to to the attention of not just, the city, not just our local area, but this entire nation. This has taken off in other areas because it was so, well, first of all, it was organically done, and it was done for the right reasons, and it came together and it worked. And there's a lot of restaurateurs out here that I'm sure that are so grateful and thankful for you guys. And most importantly, and I have to say this because we all sometimes we start things thinking that we're going to be able to really affect change, and then the hard part comes, and then people walk away. Y'all didn't do that. You kept going, and it made all the difference in the world for people. And so you really you grabbed my heart, for one. And I have to tell you, I learned of some new restaurants just by following, where you guys were, who you were putting out there, and learned some great new restaurants in town that I love. And the whole flash mobbing was so perfect for that moment in time to help them getting lots of money to one restaurant that could prepare and know how much to buy and supply, instead of buying a bunch and then a whole bunch going bad.
Not knowing.
And exactly, the not knowing part. So you took this and made it into a formula that works, and all I can say is that, I commend you for all your effort, and I also picked up some swag myself along the way. So
Yeah.
Your thing. So,
You know what, just like the mayor said, it's not whether or not if you guys saved jobs and saved businesses, it's how many did you save. That's the number we'll never know, and I hope we never know that number, right? Because it's not if or whether you did, and we have no idea how many. And I know there's a whole community out there that's grateful for you. And I gotta tell you, when I called the mayor, like I kind of jokingly said the barkeep thing on Facebook, so and then everyone kind of liked it, and I said, well, I'm not the one that can make that happen, but I know who can. And she barely let me even finish the sentence on the phone, and she said, do it.
That's awesome.
Do it. We got to do it. Now, unfortunately, that was.
I know. Well, then we went into the lockdown. We couldn't do a thing. So they sat on a desk for a very long period of time. But you're right. It was like like I said, I wish that there was more that we could do for you guys because this is really amazing. And I love the idea of a bar key versus a key to the city because this is more your style and it's the first time that we're ever doing this. So you really are getting something that nobody else has received from the
Can
city.
it get us a reservation at Lionfish?
I love it. So go right ahead. Did you finish?
No, that was it. Just thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys. Anybody else want to say something? No?
No, I'll quickly say I love your passion. It's so obvious, and your enthusiasm. And Ian, what a brilliant idea. Thank you both.
Absolutely. So if we can take some pictures, and we're going to give you these, and I'd love to have the commission. I don't know if we can do this or not, but just somehow get a picture of all of us because I'd like to do a picture with the kind of the hey. So these are for you guys. These are your bar keys from the city. You can open them up if you'd like to. And I thank you so very, very much for everything you've done. And it's been wonderful. I mean, really watching you guys and listening into the hey now. Like this, like that.
Thank you, Mayor.
Yeah, you got it. I'm smiling, by the way. I know. But anyway, thank you guys so much. And thank